Well, happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to Healthy Conversations with Bonnie and Greg Dixon. And today we're going to talk about the light advantage to awaken your wellness. And Bonnie's got a little presentation. You want to say a few things before you jump on?
Yeah. We're Bonnie and Greg Dixon, and we have been part of a, a enlightening trend on taking care of our health. We're almost in 3/4 time here, and I've always felt like the natural way is the way to go as much as you can. And as we grow older, we want to be taking care of our bodies. And Greg and I found the light advantage about 5.5 years ago. And I look forward to sharing this with you because each of us has a duty to take care of our bodies. And I just can't tell you enough, but I will be telling you of how we both feel. For one, Greg, can you tell just a quick thing of what it means to you to use the light advantage?
Yeah, well, I don't use them a lot, but I like the Eon patch. I use it at night often to help me. It helps me sleep better, and I wake up more refreshed. And
Mm-hmm.
it's generally a calming kind of patch.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And for myself, I like the energy of it. So I use the Eon for calming, but he wears his at night. I tend to wear mine during the day if I'm going to calm myself down. But what we both felt over this 5 years is there's a noticeable difference in our energy levels. And if we're uncomfortable for any reason, we have the ice wave to take care of that. that. But right now, today, we're focused on one patch called
X39.
X39. And this was the patch that took this company around the world. And we just won the Stem Cell Research Award in 2025. So let's go on with this,
Okay.
and we'll share.
Yeah,
I'll share a little bit
I
more
just got
about
to
it.
say we're 60 going on 16.
Well, in September I'll be 70, going on 17.
Yeah, we're moving up to the next decade.
We are.
We're eventually we might even grow up.
Yeah, eventually.
Okay.
So let's have a healthy conversation. So what I've got going right now is the light advantage, and I call it that because it's discovering the power of light to awaken your wellness. And so let me just ask you something. What if supporting your health didn't mean adding more pills, more routines, or more guesswork, but instead activating your body because your body already knows what to do? And what if our conversation isn't about what do I need to take today, but what can I turn back on? Because our bodies are miracles and they know what to do. But as we grow older, our stem cells tend to decline. And so we are not, by the way, treating, diagnosing, mitigating, or preventing any disease, but this system is literally to activate your body to do what it already knows what to do and turn it back on. Isn't that exciting? And that's where LifeWave comes in. It's a wellness technology company. We're not a pharmaceutical. You don't take pharmaceuticals here. And we support the body's natural processes, helping it do what it's designed to do. We have about 2,000 processes running every day in our body. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? Every single day. We don't think about it. It just happens. And when it doesn't happen, we're like, oh my gosh, what's going on with our body? And sometimes we just need something to activate it again. So, one of the most fascinating products is called the X39 patch. And this patch literally was created by a gentleman named David Smith. He had been working in the energy sector to begin with, and he was called by the U.S. military to help them with the Navy SEALs. And they did that because what they were looking for was energy. Now, his first patches were called the Energy Patch themselves, and he designed that patch. But over the many years, he kept creating more of these wearable wellness that you literally stick on your body. It's non-transdermal, so nothing is going into your body. It's using light technology, and it's designed to activate a peptide in your body that already exists, the GHCKU, and that
Copper peptide.
copper peptide, and that elevates your copper peptides and your mast cells. And those can go differentiate to whatever is needed in the body. Now I'm wearing one right here. We have spots on the body that align with acupressure points on the body. And that's where we're clinically studied. But you can place these patches anywhere on your body and they work. Now the X39, just hold that steady so I don't get dizzy here. The X39 was created in 2018. And that one was designed literally to stimulate those copper peptides. And what people started noticing was they're sleeping better. They're not hurting so much. They've got all day energy. They just, all mechanisms seem to be repairing themselves. And what's interesting is everyone has a different experience. My experience will be different than his experience, and vice versa. But we teach you to how to pay attention to what's going on in your body. My favorite story ever is one of my customers that I met almost a year ago. And she's 83. And she said, I said, what are you looking for? She said, I'm looking for more energy at 83. And I said, fine, let's put an X39 on the back of her neck. And she was going about this, what they call a tabletop at a university, a local college, and walking all around. She walked around, then she left and went home. And then she texted me the next day and said, after that event, which normally I would be tired and go home, she said, I went home and I pickled 5 pounds of beets. And then she said, I cleaned my house. And she said, I want some more of that. And that is the kind of reaction that we get. One of my sisters was using it, and this is almost 5 years ago now. And she could barely move. She had some health issues from her bedroom to the kitchen. It's not far, but it was too far for her. So she started using the X39. And then about a week later, I called her and said, how are you doing? And she said, well, I thought there was something wrong. And I said, wrong? What is it that could be wrong? And she said, I got out of bed and I walked to the kitchen and I didn't hurt anymore. And that was 5 years ago. And to this day, she doesn't hurt anymore. But she consistently used the X39. So again, everyone's going to have a different experience. Mine is, I know if I have a really busy day coming up or a big travel day, I always make sure that I have my X39 on, and I make sure Greg wears it too. And there's a companion one, which we'll talk about another time. And that's the X49. And together they are called the Performance Pack. But the X39 alone is very, very helpful. And I always say, if you're going to try it, give it a full shot. Give it 3 months. You know, if you're a customer, you get a 3-month guarantee. That's amazing. Most companies wouldn't do something like that. But this company, LifeWave and David Schmidt, wanted to make sure that you experienced a full-on experience. And during that time, we work with you, Greg and I do, and to track everything. You can track your blood pressure. You can track your blood panel. You can track your bone health. You can track your sleep. You can track your energy. You can track how much you hurt or don't hurt anymore. And so all of it's trackable. And that's one of the things I really love about it. Plus, it's easy to apply. Again, we call them stickers. You can call them anything you want. Take off the backing and place on the body. Once you do that, it activates it with our own infrared heat coming out. And from there, it starts working immediately. And then after 12 hours, you take it off. So often brushing your teeth in the morning, brushing your teeth at night is a good time to take them on and off, depending on what you want to do. If you're just using the X39, you can use it during the day, or you could use it during the night, whatever your preference is. I tend to wear my X39 during the day. And so with that, let's go to our next slide here. So some of the copper peptide, it studied its role in cellular renewal, tissue support, and overall system communication in the body. Now, the tissue support, our skin is our largest organ in the body. That is one thing the X39 has been over and over and over been documented, with skin showing looking younger and healing quicker. And many people use it if they've actually been injured and they're trying to heal up their skin. The X39 has been excellent as a support system. And then some people notice that they're thinking more clearly. That's a really interesting one. So instead of adding something that's foreign to your body, no pills, no injections, we're simply encouraging the body to re-express something that it already knows how to produce and go in and repair. Now, when we support ourselves at a cellular level, we do notice the changes. And that is where people say, wow, I didn't notice that. You may want this to be fixed or that to be fixed, but often it's something we weren't even knowing about. And that's really fun. So we report these experiences. They're not medical claims, they're our experiences. And on a Facebook page called Affordable Light Therapy with the number 4U, we have hundreds and hundreds of reported experiences. And so often people are just feeling of a well-being. They haven't felt that good in many, many years. They get better sleep. I think that's one of the things, Greg, that you've noticed is you get better sleep.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Also, less discomfort in the body. A lot of people said, I just don't hurt like I used to. The improved mental clarity and a sense of more energy. That's absolutely true for myself. And so
going to the next one.
It doesn't want to go right now.
Okay.
There we go. Now I can go. So skin appearance. Over time, I've had many people, my own sisters included, ask me, what are you doing? You look so terrific. I'm almost 70 now. And a lot of people don't understand how am I looking younger and younger? And then other people notice recovery after physical activity. You know, as we grow older, sometimes we'll start pooping out sooner than we used to. So when you can feel better and recover quicker, it feels so good. Or feeling more supported in your cardiovascular wellness journey. That's where I'm at. I have a cardiovascular issue and I actually don't feel bad about my body doesn't feel bad. That's really interesting to me. So, here's my example of my friend with 83 years young. She went home and pickled 5 pounds of beets and cleaned her house. That's always my favorite. And then now again, everyone's experience is different, but what we consistently hear is something shifting. I feel better. Now, when we're paying attention to our sleep, our energy, our blood pressure is huge. And it's not a miracle overnight. It's a miracle over time. One of my friends, she's 76 now. She used the X39 and the X49 for 8 months. And her blood pressure was really high. It was in that danger zone. And then she went in to get checked and they said, what's going on? What's going on? What have you been doing different? And she had normalized her blood pressure. The doctors were in awe. And so again, for every year that you've been dealing with an issue, you may want to make sure that you use these for a month. So to give your body time to go into wellness. So even your blood work can be tracked. Have it done and be on the patches for the 3 months and then go back and get it checked again. It's less about guessing and more about partnering with your body. That's what we all want to do. You know, this one body of ours we want to really take care of. Now, here's our takeaway today. It's supporting your body in a smarter way, in a light way, less force and more function. If you're curious, the next step is really simple. Experience it for yourself and observe your body and what it's telling you. It'll talk to you. Because at the end of the day, your body is incredibly intelligent. It truly is. And sometimes it just needs the right signal. Thank you so much. Greg, my husband, and I really appreciate that you took the time to learn something new that may be helpful for you or someone you know. And again, what I love about working with this company is their products are guaranteed. There's no harm, no foul. We want you to try it, and we want you to feel great, and we want for you to live your best life. And with that, we just invite you to come talk with me.
Yeah.
I have healthy conversations and with people. And from there, if you'd like to purchase and order the products, again, they come direct to your home. They're guaranteed. And we walk with you every step of the way.
Okay. Yeah. And we have more articles on subjects like this at healthywealthycamper.com. And there are places there, buttons where you can make an appointment with Bonnie and talk to her about your health goals and what you want to achieve.
One last note. I didn't share this, Greg.
Oh.
For people who have horses. We have a product that's designed for them. And I'd love to share that with you as well.
Good for horses and husbands.
And it
works better on horses sometimes. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us for Healthy Conversations. And we're going to try to do this fairly regularly. And see you soon.
Bye now.